All right, so I've been showing this Ayote squash plant all year, showing just how much it's growing, producing, and everything. But today it's time to taste this squash because I finally have that big one back there that's ready to harvest. So let's harvest it, get it in the house, and out of this heat. All right, y'all, check out the size of this thing. I'm guessing it's probably about 4 to 5 pounds, somewhere right in that range. You can really see the difference in the coloration between this one that's ready to harvest and that one right there. So let's go ahead and get this inside, weigh it, cut it open, roast it, see what we got. Pretty sure I'm gonna like this one, I think. So much better inside. Like, look at JoJo. What are you doing? Can't beat a dog's life, can we? All right, we have it in ounces. And now let's weigh this big old beast. Oh, y'all. 63.92 ounces, which equals, let's go and switch it over to pounds. Almost 4 pounds. Look at that. 3.995 pounds. So I was somewhat close. All right, so right off the bat, I've been sick for about 4 days, so if my throat is sounding crazy or my voice is sounding crazy, please forgive me. That's why I'm using this microphone for the first time ever. 1, to see how it works. 2, to see if I like it. And 3, because I have been really, really sick over the last four days. But let's get into this video. All right, so y'all saw me just harvest and weigh this big one. This is the heaviest one of these that I've grown so far, but this was actually the first one that I harvested. And I harvested this one about 10 days ago, maybe 11 days ago. And I cut it off the vine because it was basically at this stage where there was some some orange and some green still. Well, as you can see, a fully ripe one of these is completely orange. This is the one we're actually going to taste test. This one, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with that one. I set this on the counter. It's been sitting right over there for the last couple, 11 days, 12 days, 10 days, somewhere in there. So we're going to let this one fully ripen. But this beast is ready to go. Okay, now I'm putting up on the screen what Baker Creek says about this squash. The squash part of the plant is supposed to be a dark green. So I'm excited to see that. And in fact, that was the whole reason that I got these seeds in the first place, just because it was a little bit of a different type of squash. Plus what it says in the description of this squash plant from Guatemala. 1, it's from Guatemala, so it's a different area. 2, it's unique to this area. You know, you can't just go to the store and buy one of these. So I thought that'd be fun. And 3, when you cook it, there's supposed to be like a chocolate note to the flavor of the squash. So I was like, you know what, let's have some fun with it. And I've been showing this plant grow and grow and produce all year, like I said at the beginning. But I'm excited to do this. So let's get into it. So right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and preheat the oven really quick. All right, so while that is warming up, because we're going to try this 2 different ways. It says that you can eat this raw. So I'm going to try it raw because raw, according to Baker Creek, is supposed to have a citrusy flavor to the squash plant. And then a chocolatey note when you roast it. So we're going to roast it and try it raw. I could probably boil it also if I wanted to, but roasting would be the way that I would probably eat this, honestly. And trying it raw is just for you. So let's cut into it first. I'm excited to see if it's going to look like it does in the pictures that I'm showing right here. Okay, so got the knife. Normally I'd want to come. Okay. That was easier than I thought it would be. All right, so we're going to go right down the center. Almost kind of feels like a pumpkin. The rind kind of feels like a pumpkin would. I can already smell the fresh squash flavor smell coming up. But let's see this together. Here we go. Should be a dark green. Oh, look at how beautiful that is, y'all. It literally looks like the picture. That is amazing. I'm honestly very shocked. And the smell smells so good. Like, oh wow. It definitely has a pumpkin kind of a smell coming, but different. I don't know how to explain that, but look how beautiful that orange is and the green, how it contrasts with each other. Y'all, that is fantastic. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is scoop out the seeds. If y'all don't have a big spoon like one of these, I suggest you go get one. I think I got this at TJ Maxx or Ross or something. It is so useful, especially for something like this. So I'm just going to scoop out the seeds as best I can right here. Get them right over here. And as you can see right here, it definitely has a pumpkin kind of consistency with this webbing on the inside. But man, that color is just shocking me, y'all. It looks amazing. Now, before anyone asks, can we cook the seeds like you would pumpkin seeds? I do not know. I don't see why you couldn't. Considering I'm pretty sure this is part of the pumpkin family. I could be completely wrong on that, so don't quote me. But if someone wants to Google that and drop it down in the comments, I would not be mad at you. All right, let's get these out. Okay, I will deal with these seeds here in a little while. Just gonna spread them out, then I'm gonna go put all of this, once I clean this green stuff off of some of these seeds, I'm gonna sit these in on the heat mat and let them start drying out. So I know the color could be off-putting to some people. I know it's definitely shocking to see that dark green. But again, that was why I got these seeds. I wanted to see this, and today I finally got to see it like in person, to know it's actually real, which makes it even more fun to me. What I want to say is, before I even try this, give it a shot. Try growing it. See if it grows well for you in your area. And if you don't like it, give it away. Give it to people that might be intrigued by something like this. It's a squash from Guatemala. It's growing great here in Zone 9A, just north of Houston, where I am in Spring, Texas. So if you're in the same climate kind of area, or if you're just adventurous like I am, try it. Get these seeds and grow them and give them a shot. You have nothing to lose. Okay, so I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous to try this, so I'm going to just cut a little chunk out. Well, let me refresh that, or let me change that. I'm not nervous to try it cooked. I'm nervous to try it raw. But I'm usually nervous to try anything raw, so unless it's a bean. I'll eat beans or peas right off the vine. But all right, so I just cut out a little wedge right here. Again, the color is definitely different. I don't know if y'all were able to really see that. Let me do it again here. Okay, so the color is definitely different. Let's be real. There's no denying that. It smells like I don't know, I guess like a pumpkin maybe? A little bit different. All right. I don't taste the citrusy flavors. It's got a good earthy, I don't mean earthy like you would like a beet, not like that kind of earthy, but I think if you were to cut a zucchini open out in your garden and eat it right off the vine like that, raw, it kind of have that kind of a texture and that kind of a flavor, I think. I'm taking another bite, so obviously it's not bad. It's a little different, though. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit. That's why I'm having the face. I'm confused. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's bad. If you like winter squashes, I think y'all would like this if you like winter squashes. I bet if you added it to like some sort of a salad, maybe, in the raw aspect, I bet these would be great in stews and soups and stuff like that, like you would any kind of other squash. This is really good. But the way we're going to do it, that I've seen explained to do it, or way to cook it, is to roast it. So I'm going to chop this up here in just a second into cubes. It says in the recipe that I saw to take the skin off, take the rind off. So we'll do that. And to cut it into chunks. A little bit of oil, whatever cooking oil you use, whether it's olive oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, whatever oil you use. And then some salt and pepper, roast it at 400 for 25 minutes. I think the 25 minutes depends on how big the chunks are, but that's going to be my baseline for what I'm going to do. But let's go ahead and chop this up into the cubes. The oven is almost ready. Yeah, it's actually not bad. I think I like it. I think I like it raw. I just don't know how I would eat it raw, but it's actually good. I don't have any bitterness. I don't have any bad aftertaste. This is all unedited right here. I haven't broke anything up. I haven't spit anything out or anything. I actually ate it. Yeah, I don't have anything bad to really say about it. So I'm really anxious to see it roasted. All right. There we go. All right, so like I said, the recipe called, or the roasting recipe called for 25 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go 22 minutes. Keep an eye on them. Once they're ready, I'm going to pull them out, give them a shot. What do you all think? Have you ever grown this type of squash? 2, if you have, drop some of your recipes down below. Share it with everybody because I don't have a clue. 3, what did you think about them? If you didn't like them, tell us why. If you did like the squash, give us your take on this squash. I'm anxious to see what everyone says because, again, this isn't the normal squash. This isn't something you can go to your local store and buy. So that is where these kind of videos come into play for me because when I'm researching a plant or a vegetable, I want to know what other people have experienced. This one I couldn't find anything on. So gonna have some fun with it. So I'm hoping the roasted outcome is even better than the raw outcome, which was still good. It's been like 10 minutes. I still don't have any bad after flavor at all. So on that note, in about 20 minutes, we'll be right back. All right, so we still have about 10 minutes, I think, left to go before those are ready. What I've been doing is cleaning up and chopping up the rinds. Now, I like to do a form of composting called vermicomposting, where I feed scraps like this straight into the gardens. I have a compost bin, but this is me feeding the worms directly and drawing the worms into the beds, which I think is more important than, say, doing a traditional composting because I'm bringing the worms in. When the worms are in your soil, they're leaving all their castings, they're aerating your beds, and you're adding nutrients back into your beds by doing this form of composting. So I wanted to show you all that right here. I also have a video on vermicomposting that I'll put up right here if you're more interested in it. But let me show you what I'm doing here. So underneath all these sweet potato vines, and as you can see down in there, what I put in here decomposes, it brings in the worms, and again, it just adds the nutrients in there. So we're just going to dump all of these in this one because it's been a minute since I've put anything in there. Put the lid back on, and y'all, we're good to go. About to go back in, get ready to taste these roasted Ayote squash. All right, so here we go. Okay. They definitely look good. So let's give it a try there. Okay. Pretty soft. Not sure about these that are on here, on these rinds still. I'm not even sure what I was thinking of leaving them on there. Okay, I think we're good to try. Definitely going to try that one right there. Let it cool down a little bit more. Get ready. All right, I think what I'm going to do is cut these down just a little bit. Oh, wow. That looks really good. Look at that. Look at the steam coming off of that, y'all. Yeah, buddy. Okay, this definitely, having roasted it, it has a very, man, has a very, I'd say a squash kind of a flavor. You know, that roasted squash zucchini flavor? Smell? I'm sorry, smell. All right, I'm really excited to try this. Okay, I'm going to be totally honest here. I don't know how to explain this flavor. The texture is that of like a cooked pumpkin. If you've ever had like a pumpkin, not pumpkin pie, but like, or not like a pumpkin puree, but like, it reminds me more of like a pumpkin flavor, not a flavor, a pumpkin texture. I guess you could say a honey nut squash, like a winter squash. I've never eaten a lot of those, to be honest, but the ones I have had kind of have that same texture. The flavor is different. It's not bad. Like, man, I don't know. It's, I'm going to take a big old bite right here. Let me get more stuff on it. I don't know how to explain this one, y'all. I don't taste the chocolate like it said. Man, I really don't know how to explain the taste on this. I like it a lot. All right, Chad, come on. Explain the flavor. I really can't. It's like a cross between a squash and a zucchini. We'll say like a pumpkin. That's about the only way I can really explain this one, the way that I cooked it. Maybe if I stewed it or something else, it would taste totally different, but that's how I'm going to say this one is. I think this is, if a 10 out of 10, if 10 is like a perfect gourmet, greatest tasting, you know, like a really well-cooked ribeye, this is a good 7. Maybe 8, 7, 7. I really like this. I got to figure out ways to cook this because I've got so many of them growing out there. This is a really good squash, y'all. You got to give it a shot, seriously. And not just because of these giant squashes that they put on, but just for the fact that it actually tastes really good. I've got to come up with what. I bet if I put some of this in a bread, it'd be really good. Might change the color to green, which would kind of throw people off. But maybe like a Halloween bread. I don't know. But man, let's try one that's on the rind still. Okay, this one. I can smell a chocolate note. A little bit of a chocolate, almost like a chocolate brownie smell coming off of it, but then it still tastes the same. It tastes like what I just said, the squash, zucchini, pumpkin mismatch. Yeah, I really like this one. All right, everyone, so that's the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you got some inspiration to grow something that you might not normally grow, and then to try something that you might not normally try. Give things a shot. When you see something different in a seed catalog, give it a shot. You have nothing to lose. If nothing else, you have something fun to gain, experience in growing a specific something that other people might not ever grow. And then you can also share those things if you don't like them. Share them with other people that might love them. And then you've just introduced someone to something that they would have never, ever come across. So it's a win-win, right? Hey everyone, if y'all enjoyed this video, if you got anything out of it, do me the 3 favors. Share, like, and subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already, and join this fast-growing community of like-minded gardeners here on YouTube. Y'all take care. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Continue to shine bright, harvest hard, and I will talk to y'all again really, really soon.